made by somebody who knows what they're doing. But to be fair, this movie really did make me want pizza. I know that was not the point of the movie, but Jesus Christ, did I want pizza after watching this? Just saying.
Now for Steve, misses the point.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what happened here. I was also depressed, if that helps too, but, you know. During filming, the neighborhood's crack dealers threatened the film crew for disturbing their businesses there. Lee hired Louis Farrakhan's paramilitary Fruit of Islam members to provide security. One of their first jobs was boarding up known crack houses and guarding them to deter drug abusers from returning. Jesus. Making the film, emotions ran high in some scenes. In an interview with Giancarlo Esposito, recalled, the riot stuff at the end was very scary when you had to get physical. Something takes over. There were some intense moments with people getting in touch with how they really felt. With Danny Aiello, who played Sal, I was cursing at him, and he was cursing at me, and all of our lives flashed past us. We ended up crying in each other's arms because we'd said some horrible things to each other. We looked back to Spike to say, was that what you wanted? He was behind the camera with his arms outstretched, punching the sky. So, clearly, you know, it affected everybody.
Yeah.
Jackson later revealed that he spent much of his time on set sleeping, as he had no scenes outside.
Fair enough.
Lucky bastard. He was probably the only one who had the air conditioning, too. All the scenes of the corner men, ML, Sweet Dick Willie, and Coconut Sid, were improvised, which, that's why you hire comedians. That's what you do. The first words spoken, wake up, are the last words spoken in Lee's previous film, School Days. The original script to Do the Right Thing ended with a stronger reconciliation between Mookie and Sal than Lee used in the film. In the original version, Sal's comments to Mookie are similar to DeMare's earlier comments in the film and hint at some common ground, and perhaps Sal's understanding of why Mookie tried to destroy his restaurant. Spike Lee claimed that the original producer, Paramount, even demanded that at the last moment that Sal and Mookie should hug. Lee refused, calling it a Hollywood bullshit ending, as he wanted the epilogue to remain truthful to the characters as the same weekend... Sorry, to the characters, period, which was not in the article. Damn, learn how to write, people. In the same weekend, Paramount turned down the project, and Universal picked it up for distribution in the very same weekend. So there you go. So that's production. So the legacy of this film, as it clearly has one. The film was a complete critical success. Jesus Christ. With both Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert ranking the film as the best of 1989, and later each ranked it as one of the top 10 films of the decade. Number 6 for Siskel and number 4 for Ebert. Ebert later added the film to his list of the great movies. I don't know what that is. I'm guessing it's a book or something he made. Book. According to online film resource called They Shoot Pictures, Don't They? Do the Right Thing is the most acclaimed film of 1989, which makes sense. After release, there were plenty of controversy to go around, as you can imagine. Many reviewers protested its content. Some columnists opined that the film could incite black audiences to riot. Lee criticized white reviewers for, in turn, for suggesting that black audiences weren't capable of restraining themselves while watching a fictional motion picture. In 2014, an interview, Lee said, that still bugs the shit out of me. Calling remarks outrageous, egregious. I think it's racist, he said. I don't remember people saying people were going to come out of theaters killing people after they watched an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. He's right.
He's right about this film.
Mm-hmm.
We covered a little film last year, I think.
Yep. Where that did happen.
So
that was a couple years later.
Yeah, he's right about this movie, but not about any movie.
It is kind of odd, but you know, who knows?
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. An open question near the end of the film is whether Mookie does the right thing when he throws the garbage can through the window, inciting the riot that destroys Sal's Pizzeria. Spoiler alert. Some critics have interpreted Mookie's actions as an action that saves Sal's life by redirecting the crowd's anger away from Sal to his property, and others say that it was an irresponsible encouragement to enact violence. The quotation by the two black leaders used at the end of the film to provide no answers. One advocates nonviolence and the other advocates armed self-defense in response to oppression. Lee has remarked that the only white viewers ask him if Mookie did the right thing. Black viewers do not ask this question. He believes that the key point is that Mookie was angry at the wrongful death of Radio Raheem. Viewers who question the riot are explicitly failing to see the difference between damage to property and the death of a black man. He would later praise Roger Ebert as one of the few white critics who understood the film's message of mutual understanding. What about Siskel, man? Just saying. If you're gonna praise one, you got to praise the other. I think that's
And is
just
it
how that
because
goes.
he gave it a good review?
Because
I know Spike Lee's in the past has gotten into it with critics.
Yeah,
of his films.
He's definitely not one to be silent about people like this. There's a lot of filmmakers that are like that. That is just like, you can't please everybody, man. Just let it go. But some people just, some people just don't want to. They this is where they live and die. And if that's what you want to do, do what you got to do. But you might be a little happier if you're relaxed. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't make movies, so, and there's probably a good reason. And I guess technically we are critics by doing this on the internet, aren't we? Yeah, but we generally like everything anyway. I'm noticing that as a trend.
Yep.
We don't want to watch movies that we don't like. Sorry. We'll get there eventually, but fuck that. Lee credits then president of Universal Pictures, Thomas Philip Pollock, for standing by the movie even after it caused considerable controversy during its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. The movie was planned for a summer '89 USA release, but Pollock was under heavy pressure to release it in the fall, out of fear of inciting riots. This was all the more pressing since Pollock was still under bodyguard protection after releasing The Last Temptation of Christ, as he and his family had been getting death threats. Even Lee told Pollock that he would understand if the movie was released at a later time, but Pollock stood by his decision and released the film at the intended date. So,
and it made money.
Yeah, it definitely did. Lee has been criticized for his representation of women. For example, Bell Hooks said that he wrote about black women in the same objectifying way that white male filmmakers write of the character of white women. I had to include that because I don't really understand what the hell he means.
Like white...
Like how white males write white women, he writes black women the way... I don't know.
Maybe being men, we don't see it?
I don't know. Maybe. That's entirely possible. But I just included that because I don't understand, and I was hoping maybe you did. Nope. Turns out you don't either. In June 2006, Entertainment Weekly's magazine placed Do the Right Thing at number 22 on the list of 25 most controversial movies ever. I guess.
Maybe for the time, but
I wouldn't really call it all that controversial nowadays, but...
I'd call it timely.
Timely, certainly, yes, but...
For a movie that's, almost 30 years old?
Yeah.
Wait, more? 90?
89 is 31.
Yeah, shit.
And 31 this July.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. For a movie made 30 years ago, it's still timely.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Nope. And by the way, we said it last week, but we'll say it again. During this part is the only time we're going to really comment on this, or at least we're going to try not to. Because we're a couple chuckleheads. We don't really want to get serious and political on here. So we're going to avoid it with every way possible. Mm. Don't know if we can do it, but we're going to try, is all I'm saying. Because we don't want to bug anybody. We're just here for the yucks. Do the Right Thing was released on VHS after its theatrical run on DVD by the Criterion Collection on February 20th, 2001. It was released on Blu-ray June 30th, 2009 for its 20th anniversary. A special edition Blu-ray with a 4K restoration of the film was released by Criterion Collection on July 23rd, 2019 for its 30th anniversary. The soundtrack was released in late June 1989 on Columbia Records and Motown Records, respectively, reaching the number 11 spot in the top R&B hip-hop albums chart and peaking at 68 on the Billboard 200. On the Hot R&B Hip-Hop Singles and Tracks chart, the Perry track, Feel So Good, reached 51st spot, while Public Enemy's Fight the Power reached number 20, and Guy's My Fantasy went all the way to the top spot. My Fantasy also reached number 6 on the Hot Dance Music Maxi Singles Sales chart, and 62 on Billboard's Hot 100. Fight the Power also charted high on the Hot Dance Music chart, peaking at number 3, and topped the Hot Rap Singles chart. In 1990, the film was parodied as a sketch on In Living Color. Many television series have parodied the trash can scene, including most recently, Bob's Burgers. In Lee's 2006 film Inside Man, the police provide Sal's Pizza to the hostages. In 2016, Air Jordan released a special Radio Raheem sneaker based on the colors of the shirt that he wears in the film. In 2014, the 25th anniversary of the film, Barack and Michelle Obama praised the film and said that they went to see it together on their first date. In the second season of the Netflix series She's Gotta Have It, based on the film of the same name, Rosie Perez returns to portray Tina once more, and it is revealed that not only is she the mother of Mars Blackman, Anthony Ramos, but that Mookie is Blackman's biological father. So they had another kid. Mookie makes another appearance in the 2012 film Red Hook Summer, where he is shown delivering pizzas. According to Lee, Sal took the insurance money from the burned pizzeria and reopened the restaurant in Red Hook. He then rehired Mookie, agreeing to include black celebrities on the Wall of Fame.
So there's a little bow on that.
A little bit, yeah. Rick Aiello and Miguel Sandoval, who played Officers Long and Ponte, reprised their roles in Jungle Fever, which is also directed by Spike Lee. The film was nominated for a ton of awards that year, including Academy Award nominations for Best Original Screenplay and Best Supporting Actor for Aiello's portrayal of Sal. During the 1990 Oscar ceremony, while announcing the Best Picture nominees, Kim Basinger caused some controversy when she ignored her scripted text and said, "We've got 5 great films here, and they're great for one reason, because they tell the truth. But there's one film missing from this list that deserves to be on it, because, ironically, it might tell the biggest truth of them all. And that's Do the Right Thing." Spike would later thank her for it in a 2019 episode of the podcast Unspooled. In 1999, the film was deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress in its first year of eligibility, and was selected for preservation by the National Film Registry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, really. So there you go.
First ballot.
Yep.
So yeah, Do the Right Thing.
Yep.
Starting off with what she was doing when he discovered her.
Yeah.
Rosie Perez dancing. For 8 hours.
Yeah, and she was not fucking happy.
We meet the cornucopia of characters. The oodles and oodles of characters. We meet Mother Sister.
Yep.
And Senor Love Daddy. Was it Mr. Senor Love Daddy?
Senor Love
Sorry,
Daddy.
Mr. Apologies. We meet Damer.
Is that not literally like Mr. Mister?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Mr.
Mr. Love Daddy.
Yeah. Damer. It's D-A.
Damer, yeah.
Damer. Because they actually make a point at the end of the film when they say the mayor is coming down to maybe he'll meet Damer.
Yeah.
We meet Smiley. We meet Mookie and his sister. And we meet what turns out to be, I guess, the antagonists of this film, more or less.
I guess it's hard to tell because
Sal, Pino, and not Vito.
Not really, though.
But more Pino and then Sal kind of at the end, but not really.
Yeah. It's so hard to tell. This is very strange.
Yeah.
Because Sal seems to generally be a nice person.
Until he's pushed.
Which I guess is the point, right?
Yeah. They run the pizzeria. Mookie is their delivery man. Pino does not like Mookie.
No, Pino does not like Mookie.
No. Vito likes Mookie.
Vito, yeah, they're buddies. Pino doesn't like black people, is what we get to at some point.
Yeah, he drops a bunch of N-bombs
in
this movie.
He does. He gets there.
Yeah. Vito doesn't.
No,
Again,
Vito is, as Mookie says, like, Vito's down.
Yeah.
Like, Vito's down. He literally tells him that. So
he tells Buggin' out. He tells like, no,
he's like, no, Vito's down. You're cool. Yeah.
The other guy, not cool.
So much.
The mayor gets into it all throughout the entire film with Mother Sister. And you're like, well, they're going to be
they're clearly going to be friendly by the end of it. But he even calls it. He's just like, you're, one day you're going to be nice to me. Today, you're going to, maybe not today, maybe when we're dead and gone, but you are going to be nice to me.
Also, Sal, gives him a buck to sweep the.
Well, because it starts out with him saying to to Vito, like, or Pino, but like, sweep the front. He's like, Vino, sweep the front. Like, he told you to do it, and then it basically becomes an entire argument. Then Mookie shows up to deliver pizza, and he goes, "Hey, Mookie, sweep the front." He goes, "I'm here to deliver pizzas, asshole."
Yeah. Anyone got to sweep the front but Pino, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. So then eventually this is when the mayor comes in, and he's looking to make some money, and he sweeps the front for him.
He said it's going to be the nicest front.
Yep, the cleanest front you've ever seen.
And
then the mayor takes his money and goes to the Korean market, which plays a big part in it, and tries to get a beer, but they don't have any Miller High Life. So what's a man to do?
Yeah.
Like, where's the Miller High Life? What are you doing to me? I'm like, well, drink something else. You don't have it. He's like, God, you are asking a lot for a man to change his beer. And
what beer did he go with again?
He ended up going with like a Miller Lite, I think. And I'm like, you don't go from High Life to Light. You just don't. But
hey, any port in a storm.
I guess.
We meet, I guess, the troublemakers of the neighborhood, more or less. Not intentionally, but, they get into it. One of them gets into it with Damer.
Yeah.
We get C, Ahmed, Punchy, and Ella. And this has got to be one of Martin Lawrence's first.
It is his first.
Yeah. movie was a couple people's first.
Mm-hmm.
And